money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo! Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they gangsta don't be talking sideways.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Hey, let's get a conversion. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Ready. Blue lady. Sonic. Green, triple C. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
5-0.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. He leaves this one for Howard. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
48 plus. Sonic. Hey, sub. Let's go. 5-0. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
To the air again with Winston. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Amari Cooper, 34 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And his first pass is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Over! Hot!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Brown. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A first down throw for Winston. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Green, Trevor C. Green, Trevor C. 5-0. Let's go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Easy. Sonic. To the hut. Watch for 5 to hut.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Five on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonny. 5-0.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there. Green, triple team. Where's that? Watch him pass that.
They'll try to run for it with Penny. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And, yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line.
on second down. Cook. And now running right through it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Hurry up! Hurry up!
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Where's that up? 550, 550.
A give to Howard. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Sonic! Green, trouble C! Green, trouble C!
Second down, Winston. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Ready? Black 25. Easy, easy, easy.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Sonic! Green, trouble C! Sonic!
From the gun, Winston. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, Steelers. Jordan Howard, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They run, Cook. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. They find some open field here. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Steelers set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Jameis to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, Bravo, okay? Green, triple C. Green, triple C. Sonic. 5-0. Go get him.
Winston. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C. Check. Hey, sub. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Josh Hawkins with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
All right, now, lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
He'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. 2
yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Again, it's Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! Detroit! Gone!
And the blitz does come. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Green, Trevor C. Sonic. Green, Trevor C. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
1st down, Winston. Finding some room at midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down right around the 37. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They pitch out to Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
550, 550. You got four. Ready. Black 22. Sonic. Light 2. Green, Thomas. White.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
550. Follow.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They pitch it out to Cook. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morrison. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go counter with Howard. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Again, it's Howard. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready. Blue ready. Where's that? Ready to go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's going to launch this thing way down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A first down throw for Winston. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again with Winston. And this is incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 3rd down, Winston dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind.